He's still got it. Hey everybody, and thanks for clicking on this video and checking out my channel. So I just got back from seeing the newest video game movie in theaters, Sonic the Hedgehog. Directed by Jeff Fowler and starring Ben Schwartz as the voice of Sonic, James Marsden, and Jim Carrey as the villain Dr. Robotnik. Before we get started, if you want to talk about this movie with me, I welcome you to do so, and I'd love for you to do so. Just make sure you put all your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below, and let's get a fun conversation going. And with all that out of the way, let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. Based off the popular Sega video game character, when Sonic the Hedgehog is discovered living on Earth, he teams up with a small-town cop to escape the clutches of the evil Dr. Robotnik, who wants to catch Sonic for his unique speedy powers. So first off, coming clean right off the bat, I don't know anything about Sonic, never played the video games, or at least not very much of the video game. I know that he runs on a track, collects rings, that's about it. So I was going in this movie completely fresh. I wasn't really looking forward to this movie. I only went to see it for Jim Carrey. And I gotta say, even beyond Jim Carrey, movie wasn't bad. Alright, so let's start off talking about the title character himself, Sonic. So Sonic in this movie, I was actually really pleased with that he is the main character. He is at the forefront. They don't do that annoying thing where the human characters take over the spotlight over Sonic. Sonic is the protagonist. He is the one that we are following. And right off the bat, Sonic is a really endearing character in this movie. I don't really know Sonic from the video games, what he's like, but I can't imagine him being any different from this Sonic, because I'm pretty sure this is why people love the character of Sonic, because I really liked Sonic in this movie. He was a lot of fun. The movie does a really good job showing you where Sonic is at in his life, and really making you get behind Sonic. They added some heart to the story about Sonic. And just on top of that, he's just a really fun character. He reminded me of a little kid that was just like hyped up on sugar out of his mind, who has speedy powers. That's the way Sonic acted in this movie, and from start to finish, I found him incredibly entertaining. And with James Marsden, the chemistry between Sonic and James Marsden's character in this movie, I thought was really good too. James Marsden is no stranger to these kind of movies. He was in Hop, the movie, so he does know how to interact with CGI characters that aren't really there. And he really pulls that off well in this movie. I totally bought into the chemistry and relationship between him and Sonic. He made it more believable for Sonic to be there, because Sonic does look very cartoony within this movie. And it was really James Marsden's performance and how he interacted with the imaginary Sonic that really sold him being there for me. So I thought James Marsden did really well with the role that he was given. Now moving on to who I really wanted to see in this movie, and that is Jim Carrey as the villain Dr. Robotnik. I don't know anything about the villain of Dr. Robotnik. I think I played him once in this like Sonic racing game. I think they call him Eggman or something, which they actually call him in this movie, so that's got to be a reference. But Jim Carrey in this movie really did go back to the kind of roots of what made him popular. He is zany, he is so cartoony. A lot of his performance reminded me of like a darker version of the Ace Ventura character from his movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. And the scenes that Jim Carrey comes into, he just steals all of them. He steals the entire show, and he chews up every piece of scenery that he is in. I loved watching Jim Carrey in this movie. You can tell that he's having a blast, and he moves with so much energy. He kind of matches the energy that Sonic character is bringing into this movie. He really does help to bring the energy levels in this movie up to Sonic's levels for the human characters. And it was just really great to see Jim Carrey in this kind of comedic role again. It probably won't go down as one of his best roles or his most memorable roles, but it was still really fun to see, and I loved seeing Jim Carrey just having a blast on screen again. And one thing that I want to bring up that everyone's brought up that I do kind of want to bring my own opinion to is the redesign of the character of Sonic. As we all know, the first trailer for this movie that was released had a very different looking Sonic in it that fans were not happy with. They went online, they gave those designers a piece of their minds, and the people that worked on the design of Sonic for this movie actually changed the design to make it seem more video game accurate, to make Sonic look like the Sonic that Sonic fans know and love. And I gotta say that the redesign in this movie actually does, I feel, help the character of Sonic and the enjoyment of the movie. Because as I was watching the movie, looking at the Sonic, I was trying to picture the original Sonic design that we had and if that was in the movie. And honestly, I don't think that design would have fit the personality and charm that Sonic has in this movie. I don't think if you had that original design that Sonic is as endearing or as cute as he is in this movie, because he wouldn't have looked as endearing and as cute if we had stuck with that original design. So I actually think that the redesign that they did for this movie helped the movie quite a bit, especially for the character of Sonic. The movie also has some pretty cool sequences utilizing Sonic's speed. I thought they did a really cool job. It showed that the people that were making this movie actually cared about the character and the movie that they were making, because they put some effort into this movie. And some of the sequences that they have for Sonic and utilizing his speed and demonstrating just how fast Sonic is, is a lot of fun, pretty well shot in my opinion. And I just felt like Sonic speed and the way that they use it and demonstrate it in this movie really helped to keep the enjoyment levels of this movie and the entertainment levels of this movie up throughout the entire running time, because this movie, going into the negatives a little bit, it does follow the kind of paint by numbers road trip family kids movie that we've seen many times before. It does follow some of those tropes. And yeah, it can get a little predictable at times, but at the same time, I felt like there was some lines and some jokes that kind of made fun of the tropes and kind of made it be like they were aware that they were doing the tropes. So the formulaic kind of tropey aspect of the movie didn't actually bother me all that much. There's also some storylines and some plot threads that I felt like were like abandoned or just kind of unresolved in the movie. I feel like they did that though because they're laying groundwork for a sequel. And I actually could see this movie getting a sequel, and if this movie does get a sequel, I'd actually like to see it, because Sonic the Hedgehog, I mean, seeing how I had pretty low expectations about this movie and I wasn't very excited to see it, it kind of surpassed my expectations a little bit. I thought it actually wasn't that bad. I thought the characters were fun and energetic. I thought Sonic was endearing and charming and was a really likable character. It had some pretty cool action sequences. I actually chuckled a few times in this movie, and I appreciated that this movie didn't have like the low bar humor that a lot of these kids and family movies kind of do. I think there was only one or two fart jokes that I can actually think of off the top of my head. I feel like there was just more effort put into the humor for this movie than there have been in other movies that are very similar to this kind of movie. The movie even has a little bit of heart in it. It's a very harmless movie that I think kids would really enjoy. Families, I think, can go and have a good time at this. And I actually wouldn't mind seeing this movie again. Anyway, guys, those are all my thoughts and opinions on Sonic the Hedgehog. But what did you guys think of Sonic the Hedgehog? Did it do justice for this character and this video game series that you've liked so much? Comment down below, let me know. I want to know all your thoughts and opinions about this movie. And as always, guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video and checking out my channel. Until the next time, my name's Zachary Milne. Thank you for talking movies with me, and hope you have yourself a great day.